Welcome back to Inside the World. This week we have week 5, week 6.
Week 6?
Get your week straight, TJ, please.
Week 7.
Week 6?
Please. Going into week number 6
Don't get it
of
twisted.
the NFL season.
Hey, public service announcement.
PSA.
I did not do this last week, unfortunately, because I was sick, okay?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Well.
No, you weren't.
I was.
You
No, you
literally
weren't.
said, screw those people, I'm not doing it.
I was not feeling good. And
Exact words.
I came up big for the boys, and I stayed up till 3 a.m. to make this
3
stupid
a.m.
list last night,
Wow.
okay? I did.
Wow.
And that's
you
a
want to
fact.
stamp, little boy?
That's a fact. So if you
You
enjoy
want a
these
sticker?
videos and want them every week, drop a like. Another thing, we're gonna have to take into consideration
What?
the plus and minuses a little bit. It's a
Whoa.
little bit sketch.
Look at that. He's already starting like
Just
a,
because
He's
just
already
because
starting.
I didn't do the list, I didn't show like a list for week number 5.
Okay.
How about you shut up, Joe, and listen to my list? Team 32, Jaguars.
Ew.
He did it.
Jets move back over top of them.
Nice.
Wow.
Good for the Jets.
What's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. The Jaguars stink.
That's true.
stank.
That's true. They had a bad loss to Titans.
How
Yeah.
bad do they stink, Logan?
They stink like Joe's left toe.
Ew.
That's pretty bad.
Dude.
Oh.
That's a pit.
And his pits, too.
under my
Okay.
So, the Jaguars and the Jets have been battling back and forth. Last week, we seen the Jets finally got to take over, but guess what?
We should
They-
put like who we think is going to be at the end of the season the last place team.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be the Jets. I think the Jets are going to go back
Probably
down.
I don't, because I think the Jets will beat the Jags when they play against each other.
The
Very
Jets
excited for
put
that
up some
game.
points against Atlanta Falcons and almost had the 17-point comeback, but they didn't.
Oi, spotted myself a
Yeah,
hot
but
back.
that doesn't
But they
matter.
didn't.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tevin Coleman almost had that kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was
He
so
gone.
messed up.
That was
He
so
gone.
messed
That
up.
was
He
next
ran out of
player.
bounds for you guys
Maybe.
on purpose because there wasn't anybody
that
in
would've been
front of
2
him.
weeks in a row.
I appreciate that then.
So I did move the Jets up just because the game was closer than the Jaguars. Jaguars got stomped by the Titans. So
Urban
you kind of
Meyer.
like the Jaguars a little bit in that game. Did you pick the Jags, Joe, or no? You
No,
thought
I was
gonna
going to,
be
but you
close.
guys really talked me out of it.
Yeah,
It
You
turned out
are
idiots.
welcome. You're welcome.
Idiots.
Lions
What about
at
'em?
30.
Hey, they almost won.
I really want to move them over the Texans,
Then do it.
But
They can't finish games.
but I'm taking into consideration that the Texans have Davis Mills at quarterback right now, and he's not going to be there all season.
You can't take that.
Yeah, but this
you
is
can't
week
take that.
6
Yeah, you can't take that
power
into
rankings.
consideration.
Come on now.
Bro,
You can't take that into consideration.
this is my power rankings. I do as I please.
Yeah, but it's week 6. We're not looking for
Yeah,
it.
I said
Wow.
please.
Oh, I guess week 15, maybe I
Wow.
can switch it. Like what?
Yeah, come on now.
No,
Come
I'm-
on.
I can't lean on my
Whatever. Bro, the Lions are 0-5.
Okay.
And
Hey,
why are they at the bottom of the list?
They easily could have been 2 and.
They could have been. That's why I was considering, but I didn't do it. So just remember, I didn't do it, despite the skid that the Texans are on.
Skid
Wow.
mark.
Yeah, whatever. No
What
one
are the
cares. No one
Texans,
cares about
1
the
and
bottom
4?
teams.
I don't
Yeah.
know. All I know
Yeah.
is they won a game.
Barely.
So the Jets.
Yeah, so did the Jets. They almost won too. Not really. I don't
I
know.
feel like the
Whatever.
Jets beat a harder team.
Okay, so we have the Tech. Is there any discrepancies between 32 to 29?
Bottom of the pack. Nobody really cares
Yeah,
about them.
honestly.
So.
We have a faller at 28.
Holy crap.
I have given up hope on the Washington football team, and I'm
Nice.
not afraid to do it.
Did you hear they're hiring John Gruden?
They're doing it.
Yeah.
That's going to go great for the brand,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
He
Yeah.
fits right in with that.
The defense, I mean, everybody's
not showing
they've
up.
been they
Yeah.
haven't showed up all season. What the heck's going on? I mean, if anything, the offense is the one
Fluke.
that's actually doing good. Yeah, was last year a fluke. Washington
Fluke.
football fans, you guys were a little bit excited coming into this
Yeah,
season, thinking you guys
thought
could
they
win
were
the division.
I thought.
Yeah.
Well, woo. But I thought they were going to be good.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think they were.
Well,
gonna
I
win
thought
the
their
division.
defense was going to carry them a little bit to win some games.
What
Thought
I
they'd
meant
be
to say
better
by
than
that
they
is
are.
that the football team gave enough hope last season to make their fans think that they had a chance to win their
Yeah,
division.
they thought they found their quarterback, had a defense.
I don't know if they thought they found their quarterback. 'Cause they had
People overreacted to
Fitzpatrick
that
coming
Tampa
in.
game pretty heavy. But yeah, you're right.
So Falcons move up a
Yes!
spot.
Wow.
Round of applause for them Falcons. TJ,
And-
you texting in school?
I was looking up research
Dang it.
because I have a
That's
big
fair.
disagreement coming up.
Wow.
And let me
Oh.
say, I feel like we're going to move up another spot next week.
What, against Miami?
That's right.
In order for
baby.
you to move up another, you could move up another spot because Yeah, you could definitely move up a couple
Slowly but
spots.
steady.
That's what I was gonna say. For right now, the Falcons are a slow but steady.
We only need 26 more weeks.
Yeah, which is not possible. Actually, to be fair, you only need 16. No, like you need to get to rank 16 or whatever, so you make the playoffs. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
or whatever the
that's
heck however many teams make it to the playoffs. Who even knows these days?
14, pretty much.
I don't think it's
14.
going to be us this year, to be honest.
Or
So
Yeah.
yeah, the Falcons move up one.
Let's go.
And
Obviously.
they have an easy match. Who's the matchup this week? It's
Damn.
Miami
Dolphins.
Dolphins. That's why they.
Oh, the
come on one.
Dolphins. There we go.
get your head out of your
Oh.
butt.
Chill out for a second. What? Oh, what? Say it.
With Jacoby
Did
Brisket.
you talk about the Giants yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, you could wait.
Huh.
I technically would have had the Giants rising,
How-
even though they.
You
But
see how injured
well,
they are?
no. The thing
Wow.
was technically they stayed in the same spot
You
because
see
they
how
had.
injured they are?
We'll get to that.
We beat them.
Do
We
you
will get
see
to
how
I was gonna
injured they
say,
are?
dude, the Falcons beat
Falcons
Can
them.
we chill?
Do you
for
see
a
how
second?
injured
beat them.
the Giants? Saquon's probably gone.
Ankle is in a whole nother leg.
We beat
Bro,
them
he's
with
week
all
to
their
week. He's fine.
with all their players not injured.
He's week to week.
Logan, I
He's
heard you.
week to
I
week.
heard you. Trust me, I heard you.
We beat them
I heard you.
The Falcons did beat them.
with all their players not
Dang,
injured.
that's kind of crazy. You have them pretty high up.
I'm
The fact
starting
that
to
you
like
di-
it.
the fact you didn't even move him anywhere.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know?
Do you not want me to talk about
That's
the
what I'm
Dolphins
saying.
for a second at number 26?
no one
cares
No, why do you have the Giants?
No, they stood. I have to talk about every team, okay?
All right,
The
go ahead. Why the
Dolphins stay at 26. They got the mollywop again
So they should go
versus the
down.
Buccaneers. Can we
They
not
did.
do that, Joe, please? That game was not close. The situation will remain. They'll be in the same spot all year, pretty much until they get Deshaun Watson.
At 26,
Yeah.
that's a good spot.
Which that trade deadline's coming up, so we might see a
Hey,
huge
true.
move. And if
I'm
they
excited
pick
for
up
that.
Watson, they go from 26 instantly to
I like the Dolphins. I would
Huh.
like to see them
Man, if
Why?
genuinely they'd move
Huh?
up to like 16, 17. If
Yeah,
they
I was
got
gonna say, you
Deshaun
just like- yeah,
Watson.
you
Their
like their
color,
logo.
their color
You would think
scheme is
the
nice.
Dolphins are going to 16-17.
If they got Deshaun Watson, they would instantly move
They got
up
a
to
pretty
around
good
the
defense.
17
That's a
range.
big
Jalen
what
Waddle's
if,
not
though?
too bad. You're right.
You gotta hold
It's not
on.
a
now.
what if.
They might have to click a little bit. You
But-
need to just.
Why
The
are the Giants
pump
at
lags.
25?
Why are the Giants at
Yeah,
25?
man. What the heck are they
Can
doing
I
up
say
there?
this? I can't believe I'm about to say this. I really like Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Fast-
Oh, I know. He
fine.
got hurt. Whatever.
He got
Dude.
hurt.
What?
Hey,
He doesn't finish.
They lost
The
to the
Falcons beat
Cowboys
them.
bad.
with
I-
Daniel Jones.
I believe me. I
what
heard
was the
you.
score of this week's game?
It was not close. The
Exactly.
Cowboys also scored a late pick six touchdown.
Okay. Did that help? Did that cause any injuries?
I know. Galladay got hurt. I know Jones got hurt. I know Saquon got hurt.
Their whole
Saquon literally got
team,
another
bro.
ankle attached to his
If
current
those
ankle.
players didn't get hurt, those G-men would be
Oh,
at
there's no way they
Yeah.
would
23.
But they did get hurt.
No, they would have been moved down if they didn't get hurt because they would have lost and you would have had to move them down. There would have been no excuse.
And the Falcons beat them.
Thank you.
But the Giants are better.
Than the
Oh,
Falcons.
Yes.
that's
Okay,
disgusting.
maybe healthy,
healthy.
That's-
Yes.
but as of week 6, everybody injured. No.
Hey, all those Giants fans that are watching this are going to get my back right now and say, you know what, Tom? You're a
Okay,
smart
but
man.
No,
Yeah,
they're
because
going.
of Giant fans.
They're going Tom. What the heck?
Some
man?
people are
You could
gonna.
put the- you could put
some
the-
real smart NFL minds out there will know what I did here.
Wow.
Yeah, you can.
They will know what I did
All
here.
right.
So what's next?
Why the
I
Patriots?
expected the Giants to lose to the Cowboys. It was no surprise there.
You moved
But
the Patriots out for like kind of a
Hold
close
on.
game with the Texans.
hold on, the Patriots. We
Or
have to
booty.
remember what happened last week before this, which was their close game
Fluke.
versus the Bucks.
Okay.
The Patriots are ranked 24. They're not. It's
I
not
don't
like
hate
they're
that.
ranked as a good team or anything like that. And the Patriots have a good chance to fall. They have a good chance to go 27-28. Like all the three teams below them can absolutely jump them. What are you biting your finger at?
Oh, bro, just keep going. My time will shine.
Your time will shine. Bears stay at 23.
That's right.
We are who we thought they were.
Dookie.
Actually, they're not who. I thought
No,
they
they're
would be a
not
little bit
bad.
better. I thought they'd be a little bit
I'll
better.
say
They beat up
They
on
beat-
the Raiders, right?
They beat the Raiders,
Yeah, well,
who are not who some
Yeah.
people thought they were.
That's
I cannot wait to get to that.
That's true.
Oh.
Because you guys, all these people, you guys,
Whoa.
I'm pointing at you. I'm pointing at you.
Whoa.
Both of you guys. Everybody
Whoa.
with the peer pressure with the Raiders keeps bring them up.
I mean, they were.
I
Bro.
I didn't like them like that though, and I fell for the peer
7.
pressure. So
7.
shut up. I can't hear what you're saying. 7.
He's talking about
7
the Raiders
spots.
falling 7 spots.
That is ridiculous.
Get to the
Because this is why they fell 7 spots. And you're making me jump ahead.
Get to the
here.
Eagles. Eagles.
You
They-
should talk about it.
Were never that good.
Oh, but
they
their
weren't.
record shows
Oh.
it.
And Derek Carr is not that good. Those first 3 games,
Oh.
fluke.
Bro,
Fluke.
I would rather have Derek Carr than Big Ben at QB right now.
Okay, what are
And
trying
you
to
would
say?
too.
Sure, why
Yeah.
not? Sure.
Yeah, because
It's not that far off
Okay.
though to me.
The
But
Raiders
it's
are
more
pretty,
than just
okay,
Derek Carr.
the Raiders
Yeah.
are average.
We let me talk about the Eagles, who I moved up 5 spots.
Yeah, what's
the
up with
The
that?
main
Yeah,
team
why
I
did you do
dumped
that?
on since the beginning. Well, first off, they beat the Panthers,
Then you're going to say, oh, it was a close game against
who
the
was
Chiefs.
a great team. Aren't the Panthers a great team?
Yeah, they are a great team.
I'll tell you
one
what's
person-
happening.
What's happening?
You're a Hurts believer now. You're getting there.
I'm getting there.
What number is Jalen Hurts?
What number is
He's-
Jalen Hurts? Number 1.
He's one we found out. Might have thought he was 2 with an interception during that game.
2 interceptions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I the Eagles have been one the entire season that have been a little bit more tough for me to evaluate just because I had them so low in the beginning. They've had some bad games. They've had some decent games. They got a very nice win versus the Panthers, nice little comeback win. They have proved to me, which I didn't expect, that they're actually going to be able to score points if need be.
Wow.
That's why I have them at 22. We moved them up a couple spots.
That's a lot. That's more than a couple.
It's 5 spots.
That's a lot of
And we
spots.
also have to remember, with this list, they move up 5 spots, but I skipped last week also.
Yeah, but oh my God.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm looking at people beneath them, and I would have the Eagles above.
Yeah, I don't hate that
everybody
spot. I just hate the
beneath
one
them.
above it.
You like where the Eagles are at, Joe?
Hold on, man. I'm getting to the point I'd put them above the Raiders.
I don't want to get to that point yet.
Bro,
But
The Raiders,
you can't put the Eagles above
so
the
okay,
Raiders.
so you're happy with the Raiders at 21 pretty much. Like you're the
Yeah,
7
they-
drop off.
I tried to have
You don't
some.
like it?
I tried to have some belief in the Raiders, and now you guys have proven to me that you're just that average team.
They're the worst team in their own division.
No,
Maybe. Yeah, well, that's how I have them ranked.
homie. They're
It's going to be a toss up
Okay,
between them.
so with Gruden leaving, that could be a good thing because then they go from average to superstar.
The thing about John Gruden, I don't know if he was a distraction in the locker room before all that
I don't know
came
either.
out.
I don't know if the
It
players
said
liked
he
him or
was.
not either.
Yeah.
It's a little. And now, if the players didn't like him, yeah, that could help them out.
yeah.
I didn't hear anything where the players wanted him out.
Yeah,
If they
I-
did it and
yeah,
that this just came up out of nowhere,
wouldn't be
then it's
surprised,
definitely
though,
a
if they did
negative
want him out.
for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knows.
I mean, if you're
for
saying
sure, though.
racist, sexist, and homophobic things, I'm sure there's definitely some players in that locker room that don't like that.
But-
so.
You're right, of course. But did they know about that? Did they play last week knowing that? Probably not.
They definitely
this
knew about
came.
the racist.
Yeah, because
Comments.
news came out a little bit ago, and then they just did further investigation on
Yeah.
him, I think.
Yeah.
And that's when all this
Well,
came
maybe that played into them losing
Yeah.
versus the Bears. Stuff as simple as that actually plays in.
I
It
mean,
does.
yeah,
for
distractions like that, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Panthers, I dropped them down 1 spot
Why?
because they lost, and
Dude, I'm
they
starting to-
actually are really not that
I was going
good.
to say, I'm starting to fall off on the Panthers now.
But hold on.
What?
That's why I said
Why
from
do you
the start?
have the Saints up there though?
The Saints have proven,
They
and
walk
I
on
know
the
you're going to hate
Washington
me for
team.
saying this. You're going to hate. You're not going to like this. The Saints have proven year after year that they can be an average team, and they know how to get it done behind Sean Payton. And I know that I'm talking about previous years that have happened
They kind
already.
of remind me of
but
the Steelers with Tomlin. Like, no matter who they have on their
That's
team, they
exactly. I look at the Steelers and I look at the Saints, and I
Yeah.
see a very similar situation.
But the Panthers beat the Saints.
But TJ, have the Panthers not lost 2 games in a row?
Dude,
Yeah.
the Panthers are not
Have the
looking
Saints
great.
not won last? They won last week. The Saints won. The Panthers lost.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah.
talking about week 6 power rankings,
Week
not
6.
week 4 or 3 or whatever it was.
Look,
however
dude,
long
they are
ago
not
that
a
was.
they are
Panther,
not.
they're falling off on me.
They're not a 20 team.
All I remember you ever saying was, "Look at the weapons that they have.
But
They
they're
got
not
C-Mac
yeah.
out. They got Robbie Anderson doing nothing. They got DJ Moore, sure.
Yeah.
DJ
Yeah, that's
Moore
it.
is kind of it.
They could use
That's
them
it.
right now.
Stephon Gilmore now, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know if that's
see.
too big of a difference.
yeah. My Panthers are falling off on me a little bit.
You watch. You watch.
Dude, Robbie Anderson isn't doing anything.
You watch.
He's doing nothing.
Yeah,
and
and-
not to say that he won't do anything for
He
the
has some
entire
crazy hair.
season, but his hair is
He does.
It's
amazing.
nuts.
He does.
It's dude, I love his hair.
Dude, the Colts moved up a spot. Man,
That's
not,
kinda
I just want to say that
crazy.
Colts game got me so mad yesterday.
That's fair. Yeah.
Dude.
Slap.
Oh, their secondary
What a game.
got destroyed. That's the reason they lost that game. Their secondary, they lost both their cornerbacks.
And
then
you moved them up one.
they were only rushing 4 people to Lamar Jackson that whole second half. I don't understand that. It's because they were trying to cover more better, I guess.
Yeah.
But, man.
Well, whatever they were doing up until the fourth quarter, it was working wonders. It was doing
I'm telling you,
fantastic.
the corners got hurt, and then they only started rushing 4 people every play
I'm
to
thinking-
Jackson. So he had all day to throw or run whatever he wanted to do.
That was a fantastic game, though.
Once their corners got hurt, just boom, middle 20 yards,
Yeah.
like they just ran down.
So
the
with
field.
all that, what he's saying right now, you moved them up one.
Dude, the Colts
Yes.
were looking good.
You
Carson
don't-
Wentz had a good game.
You don't.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz played a all-around good
And you
game
gotta- you
the
gotta
whole
think-
way through.
Too, this isn't counting their win their week prior.
Right.
So that
right.
was
We're talking
adjusted.
about the week that I did not mention them also, which they
No, but I'm
won.
saying even after that loss in the
because the
lead they
Ravens
blew.
because
Dude, if
Right.
the Colts defense didn't
This-
get banged up and their field goal kicker wasn't, I don't know, he had a hip
Right.
problem, they would have
he had a hit problem, which he missed a field goal, and Calais Campbell blocked one, which is one of the plays of the freaking week.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
insane.
that was
Like
a
the
good
game
block.
is locked up and over if he doesn't block it. Like that was and the odds of the Ravens winning that game in the fourth quarter had to be less
Well, you
than
moved them down a
1%.
spot too, not to jump ahead, but wow.
I
Yeah.
know that's
So-
what I wanted to get to.
But yeah, anyways, the Colts played 3 better quarters than the Ravens.
Mhm.
The Ravens played better in the fourth by significantly more.
Because
And
the
then they
defense
played-
was banged up.
yeah.
Lamar threw like 300 yards in the fourth quarter.
Right. But I'm happy to see Carson Wentz have a good game because he played a good game all 4 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
They're
the
only
big
two.
question.
They're only
mark.
2 games now back behind the Titans. They still got to play each other twice.
Right. And
right?
if they would have won this game, which they should have won
They
this game.
should have won this
It'd
game.
be
That's
so
why-
much easier to rank them.
It wasn't even based on like spoiler. I might be getting slapped this week, but I was just mad that they lost. I just wanted the Colts to win that game so much because it was the Ravens,
Yes, AFC North here
Yeah.
we're talking about, which would have been
and they had that.
so
They
much.
had that game. I was just
Yeah, I actually can't believe they lost it. Nonetheless, Broncos down a spot.
they're not.
Let me say it again. I had them where I thought they were, and they might even drop further.
I agree.
I agree
don't
with
think
that.
they were
I agree
as
with
good
that.
as a record.
They could.
You like the Raiders more than you like the Broncos, for sure. Does anybody? Do you guys like the Raiders more than you like the
As a-
Broncos?
As
Oh.
of right now, I think I like the Raiders more
So-
than the Broncos.
You
I
like
Joe-
like the
Raiders?
Broncos more.
Joe's shaking his head. The Raiders who beat the Steelers and the Steelers who beat the Broncos. You think the Broncos are beating the
Because
Raiders?
the Raiders are a different team
Yeah, just
right
'cause-
now than they were.
And just because the
Not
Raiders
really.
beat the Steelers, they beat the Steelers no matter who they have on that team.
yeah, the
That's
Raiders
not
beat the
true,
Steelers. Remember,
though.
They have like 2 wins in
I
the
wonder
season.
when they play. Might even be this week.
The Broncos Raiders.
Yeah.
We're
I don't
gonna
know.
see
They're
it sooner or
pretty
later.
close to me. Like
They're very close to me.
Yeah.
Both under the Panthers to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Saints after that at number 17. They're moving down 2 spots.
they did pretty good against. I mean, it was Washington, but
But the game was close as heck, wasn't it?
I don't know. At one point, I think it was pretty not close. I don't
What
know.
was the final
It was
result?
like
That was
33-22 or something like that. I don't know.
maybe the result was a little bit more than I thought it was. I thought it was a very tight game.
Jameis had like 2 72-yard touchdowns or something like that.
Nuts.
He had a Hail Mary pass at the end of the half, which helped them
That
out
was one,
a
and then he had
lot.
another one.
33-22.
Yeah.
33.
So that I don't think
with
the game
Hail
was
Mary
close at all.
pass.
I didn't watch it, but I don't know.
Maybe I did a disservice to the Saints a little bit.
They
But then,
scored-
I don't know. But looking at the teams above them, I'm feeling pretty good about the teams above them. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, at the Saints. Okay.
Yeah.
Vikes.
Minnesota. So what? They beat the
Minnesota.
Lions barely.
Yeah,
Barely.
a field goal.
What they do?
Barely.
Okay, then they lost to Cleveland the week before that.
Yeah. In a
We're
close
looking
game.
at a very inconsistent team here that
Yep.
has the star power to.
That's how I feel
possibly
about the
knock
Saints.
Hey, they
Anybody
fooled
out.
you. They fooled you at Cleveland. They're like, oh, point wise, and then look what Cleveland did. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was big on the Vikings, but like, yeah, they.
Is Dalvin Cook still injured?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not play, but Madison played, and he played really good. But I
Yeah.
think Dalvin Cook's going to be back for this upcoming week.
I don't
Does
hate-
he stay
I
healthy
hate
though?
that.
That's the thing.
Maybe not.
Comes in, he re-aggravates his ankle, and then he's out again.
Minnesota's a tough team to rank.
Justin Jefferson had a really good game,
Yeah.
but Adam Thielen didn't do anything last week. That's the thing. It's like they're really good when they spread the ball around, but then when they only like have one key guy, they just
Mm-hmm.
like, that game.
One of
shouldn't
the
be close.
toughest
They
teams.
shouldn't be. I mean, I know it's a divisional game, but like, come on.
It shouldn't have
They
been.
almost
close.
lost
You're,
that game.
You're right. You're right. But yeah, I wanted to readjust them just because maybe I should have had the Saints above them. I don't know, man. Like if they played each other
I don't know.
I think I would pick the Vikings to win that
I don't know
game.
who I'd pick to win that game.
That's tough. That's tough for me. But I would lean towards the Vikings.
Seahawks
Yeah.
down.
Seahawks down. They have dropped drastically. I think
With Russell
start of the
being out?
season, I had the Seahawks around 7. So
Yeah.
total, they've dropped 8 spots
Yeah,
since
well,
week
Russell
1,
Wilson's out till like week 10 at least.
That's
so.
crazy.
which is that hurts.
That's
That might have
yeah.
just opened. That may have just made that division. Those 3 other teams. The
Hey,
49ers.
maybe his value goes down a little bit, and then Pittsburgh's like, hey, let's try to get him now.
Get
Side
Russ.
topic.
Get
Yeah.
Russ.
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine. Oh, couldn't. Imagine.
Anyway,
So yeah, the Seahawks are dropping 3 spots. Same old deal. The defense is meh. Chris Carson injured, should be coming back maybe. Russ out. Whatever. It's it's
I
actually
think they're
turned into
gonna-
a mess.
I think they're gonna come last in that division now because of Wilson.
Right. And if they were in a easier division, I mean, I'd still feel very confident they make the playoffs. But considering where they're at and the teams they have to face still and what
Yeah.
they're up against,
Bengals up 4 spots.
I like
the
that.
Bengals.
Dude, the
Tell you
Bengals-
what,
Bengals
looking
offense
good.
is
Tell you
looking
what.
good.
they did play good.
Jamar
I-
Chase
Yeah.
is just every week, man.
And again,
Yeah.
if the field goal kicks would have been so crazy, they would have won that game.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about- yeah, that game was
That-
yeah. Holy.
like-
either team should have won.
well,
that
they
game off
probably
the
should have
field
just
goal kicks.
lost the game because Mason Crosby just doesn't
Yeah.
miss like easy field goals like he did. But nonetheless, they could have stole the game. Also, I mean, the thing about
That game
the
could have won either way.
Yeah.
Right. So what I like about the Bengals, and I didn't expect them to be able to do it this year, is be able to keep up with any team that they go up against. They've proven that their offense can actually
Offense
do it.
is good.
And
Yeah.
like you said, Jamar Chase has been playing out of his mind.
Yep.
He's a legitimate Pro Bowl candidate, not
Yeah.
even considering like rookie of the year or anything like
Yeah.
that. I don't know if
Joe
you did that,
Burrow
but-
is a dog, dude. He is an
Mm.
animal.
He was
Man.
getting smacked.
He was getting
He's-
smacked up. He went to the tent, came back out, threw a crazy like 70-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nuts, dude.
I mean, he
Nuts.
threw a crucial pick in overtime, which Mason Crosby ended up making that not matter. But
Yeah,
I haven't been hearing as much from their offensive line.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm not going
I
to say
think
that they're
doing
anything
okay
great.
though because their
I think
run
they're
game has
holding up.
been kind of decent.
Right, and they played that game without Joe Mixon.
No, he came in.
Did he
Didn't
come in?
I think he came in
He
right
ca-
at the
yeah,
end.
if he came in,
Mixon
he was
did
probably
play a little bit,
was he
But like I
limited?
said, I think he was like, I could be wrong. He's like a leading rusher this year. I think.
He
I don't
is,
know- I don't
he
think he's
is.
number 1, but he's up there.
He's up there. I think he's a top
So
5.
I think their offensive line is freaking showing up a little bit.
Yeah, so I am going to give some respect for the Bengals, and I didn't think I'd have them this high all season,
No,
but
their offense
they
is-
definitely deserve
They're
to be
clicking. They're clicking
here.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun team to watch.
Mhm.
For sure.
Steelers, I question this one a
Yeah.
little bit. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to say that Big Ben's back.
Now I don't want to jump on just that win. It's kind of you could argue that the Bengals should be ahead of them
I kind of
because the Bengals beat the Steelers,
Yeah, as of right now, I would.
and the Bengals had we did have a close game against Green Bay. It was just I'm not going to whatever, but I don't know.
Packers fans would say otherwise.
Yeah, I know. Screw them.
Yeah, so it's just kind of the fact that I know the Bengals I have right below the Steelers. They beat the Steelers. They probably look better than the Steelers, but it is still the Bengals. We're looking at a team that they never do it. They never do it. And I know that it seems
things
to be
change.
trending
Look
in
at
a
the
different
Browns.
direction.
Look at the Browns.
That
Things,
took
things
dude,
change.
That took them forever. This is the first year in
I know.
forever.
Yeah.
I mean, my entire
Literally
lifetime.
ever. Yeah,
my
I know.
entire lifetime, the Browns have been just
Yeah.
the most losing franchise ever in football.
Yeah, I missed
Yeah.
that.
So it took forever for that to happen. The Bengals could absolutely jump the Steelers and maybe another team or
When
two.
do you guys play them again? Do you know? Do you know what week?
Later. It's like later in the year. I
Yeah, I
think.
think it might be the last game, 16, 17.
I think that's the Browns.
I know, obviously, if I wasn't a Steelers fan, I probably do have the Steelers a little bit lower.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
Favorites
but
isn't playing
yeah.
them.
I think this is going to kind of... I think that Juju going down might be a blessing in disguise because I really want to see
Wow.
what James Washington can
agree.
do.
I
Because
agree.
Juju,
has not done
he's
anything.
been ineffective, quite
He's more of
frankly.
like a name, like decoy type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think he's one of the reasons we're able to use Deontay Johnson, Claypool, James Washington?
Not
Because
really.
they're focused on covering him.
The thing was, Claypool has been off, and then Juju went out, and then Claypool excelled last
Because they
week.
used him in the slot a little bit more and stuff. He's not just going deep the entire time.
Right.
Is Juju your number one receiver?
No,
Yeah.
Deontay
Deontay
Johnson.
would be
Deontay Johnson is
one.
okay.
Yeah, Juju's
Alright.
either
Really?
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juju's 2 or
Oh.
3. There's not a question
It
about
seemed that way, but I was wondering
Yeah.
who would
Yeah.
get the number
100%
1 spot.
Deontay is
Yeah.
number 1, and then you can make an argument between Claypool and Juju at 2. But I'm genuinely excited to see James Washington. I think that he's going to do very well.
He wants a chance.
I hope so.
and he
This is
needs to
it.
do well because
That's
this is one opportunity because
Mhm.
he's gone after this.
Yeah.
And we'll see what
Juju's
happens.
gone.
Unless Juju's probably gone.
Yeah.
Too. Titans at 1. Dude, I don't even know
You
what
mean
to think
12.
of.
Moved up
Or,
one.
sorry.
Not
They
a 1.
move up 1. They move up 1. My apologies.
How far did you?
I had the
They were
Titans
13?
I had the Titans as high as I believe spot 7 or 8. I think it was.
I'm gonna argue with you here because they lost to the Jets, and then even though they blew out a team, it was the Jaguars.
It was the Jaguars.
And you think they should go up
I was going to
one
say,
from
dude,
those two
the
things?
Titans, in my opinion, are Dookie Town.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that they're Dookie.
If they didn't have Derrick Henry, dude, they would be.
Yeah, but
They
the
did
thing
spread
is,
the
they do
ball out
have
a
Derrick
little.
Henry.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't.
Their defense is so bad.
Yeah.
But look
It's
who they're
atrocious.
competing with. It's the Colts, the Jaguars, the Texans. I looked at a stat the other day. I think the odds of them making
got to take that into consideration.
the odds of the Titans making the playoffs, despite how bad they started, is over 80%.
Yeah,
now.
because
I
look
get
at their
that,
records in their division. That's
Yeah.
why. I still think
Right.
the Colts can win that division because they
But-
still got to play them twice. We'll see what happens.
They could.
I get you got to put them, I guess, up there because you're listing those 16 spots as playoff spots. But do you really think they're better than some of the teams that?
I said because the
They're
Titans
above?
lost to the Jets, you got to have them lower than that.
I don't think so because I like them better than the Steelers. I wouldn't put the Bengals above them yet.
Who if
Seahawks,
the
you
Bengals,
lost Russ. No.
If the Bengals and the Titans played, you would put your money on the Titans?
Yes.
I don't know. If
I wouldn't, just because the Bengals offense looks pretty good and Titans defense is so
Exactly, I
bad.
don't
I don't
if I
want to
would.
jump on the bandwagon yet for it because first off, I did it with the Panthers. Don't like it. Did it with the Raiders. That failed again. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little fizzle off with the Bengals.
I'm not even saying for the Bengals reason. I'm saying for the Titans reason.
Yeah, but as of right now, I like the Titans a little bit more. And
Okay.
No, I don't like the Titans this year.
they've
I don't
played bad. They've played bad, but they're still at the top of the division and they're still in a good spot. So, I mean, they honestly probably can't play any worse than what they've had.
I don't know if they were in like any other division.
They'd be in a little bit of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which and that the 12th spot definitely plays into the division that they're in. Ravens 11 down 1 spot.
I don't get that.
Explain it.
Coming into the season, it goes back to this. I don't think the Ravens are that great of a team.
They're 4-1 though at this point.
I don't think they're that.
Also,
Oh man, they shouldn't be.
why are
It's an absolute miracle that they haven't lost 3 games. They should be 2-3.
why did you move them down after such a crazy win?
I mean, because they got beat for 3/4 of the game, and if it wasn't for a fluke blocked field goal, then they would have lost.
Yeah, but they did win.
It's
I know.
They came back.
I
Lamar
know.
broke a franchise record in passing yards.
Yeah, good for him. I don't know. What
They
to tell
came
him.
back and they
Again,
they're just
I
not
think
it.
that game. I still think that game was like a fluke game though, because like I said, Colts defense was banged up. That's the only reason they were able to do that.
they beat the Chiefs.
If their defense wasn't banged up, they would not have. Lamar would not have had 400 passing yards.
Right, he was contained the entire
Yeah.
game, and during that game in the first 3 quarters, he had a lot of bad throws. He was
He
missing
had a
open
fumble
players.
in the
Fumbled on the 1 yard. line.
almost did it again at
That-
the end of the game.
That's
It was
just Lamar
close.
though.
Yeah,
but
Lamar's
their team.
Lamar
He
is their team. At least offensively. Mark Andrews stepped up.
That's what I was about to say. Mark
Yeah.
Andrews hasn't done anything all year. He finally had a
only because of that 4th quarter that they had and an
I'm telling
overtime.
you, if that whole game was because of Colts.
That's
defense
why
got
I
hurt.
don't-
That's
the
the only
Ravens-
reason that game was what it was.
That's a very dude, I don't know. That's a very fair
If
spot
you're only
for the
going to
Ravens.
rush 4 guys to Lamar Jackson, you're not going to beat him. He's going to go down the field. And that's what they did. Every single play, just 4 guys to him. And
So how do you feel about the Ravens where they're at? Do you think they should be higher?
I think they should be a little bit higher, personally.
I don't.
Like I said, just they're 4-1. Even though there were some close games, they beat some good teams. The Colts, I feel like they're better than their record shows. Of course, I do get the whole, their secondary kind of went down, but again, they needed to do a lot in that game. Even though it was kind of like, they had the opportunities, man. They got 2 2-point conversions. They rushed down the field how many times to score to kind of bring it back to even, and they got the ball in overtime and they took it right down the field and scored.
They had all that momentum though.
You're right.
I just don't get how you
but-
have them behind the 49ers.
Because the 49ers are a better team
They've lost-
overall.
They've lost the last 3 games.
The 49ers are a better team. Trey Lance is they just versed the Cardinals and they competed with the
They
Cardinals
lost
into
to
the
the
end.
Seahawks. They lost to the
That's good.
Packers.
I know Trey Lance has some sort
Yeah,
of
those are all good
minor
teams.
injury or something.
Well,
like
you have
that
the
too.
Seahawks way down there.
You definitely could argue.
Oh yeah, they beat the Seahawks had Russ. though.
Also, they also were at the beginning of the season. They were playing with Jimmy
yeah,
up until now. Now they have Trey Lance. This is a big change.
that's a positive change in my opinion.
Well, not so far. Not.
He might not
Because he
have
came
lost
in and he
this
played
week.
the number
Yeah, I
2
don't think
team
he
in the
is.
league.
I don't.
And
Yeah,
and of course they didn't score a ton of
But
points.
the
or
fact that
anything.
you have them so high just
If the
bothers
49ers
some.
lose this week, would you move them down even farther?
Yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily still put the Ravens ahead of them, though.
Yeah.
It's the 49ers and Ravens. They're in a similar category to me. And then there's a dump off at 12.
At 12.
Yeah.
Oh, between the Ravens
like
and
the Ra-
Titans.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where the dump off
Mhm.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with you on the Ravens. I'm still not. I mean, they're good.
But
But
where do you stand with the 49ers, though?
49ers are a good team.
But
They just have so many injuries that I'm worried they're going to really
You could argue putting the Ravens.
push them.
they don't
could
have George
argue-
Kittle.
You could argue putting the Ravens in the
George
10th
Kittle
spot.
hasn't done anything
you could
in 2
argue
years.
flipping them.
Right. They're 2-3.
He's been injured for most of the 2 years, too.
Like this week, I would put Ravens right now ahead of
Yeah.
the 49ers.
That's
I
kinda
could
what
get down with
I
that
would
because they have lost 3 in a row.
No,
And I don't even, Trey
Ravens
Lance
ain't
is
it.
hurt. I don't even think
So-
he's playing this week.
He's not.
So 49ers lose to the Colts. What's
49ers
happening?
lose to the Colts. Is that who they play?
Yeah.
I'll move them down. They honestly might lose to the Colts. I don't know. They might. I have no problem with moving them down. The only problem is I don't know how far I can move them down.
Well-
Because there's a dump off after 11.
Mm-hmm.
I get your argument with putting the Ravens ahead of them. I like the 49ers personally better as a whole just because I think that offense is Lamar and Lamar only. If they have anybody else, they're not doing anything.
Yeah,
They
and
do
I
have
agree with
Lamar,
that.
though.
Yeah, I know they have Lamar. And
you
he
can't-
was awful for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But he got it done.
But, exactly. But the
Yeah,
Colts
because the Colts defense
just got crazy.
Yeah,
But-
if you're only going to rush 4 people to
Their
him,
kicker,
he's-
the Colts kicker was injured. The Colts had to go for a 2-point conversion earlier in the game, which they didn't convert on. Then they missed a field goal, and then they had a kick block. So it was.
But the fact that the Ravens were able to take advantage of that situation and do what they were supposed to do.
I see what you're
proves that
saying.
they're
A
good
lot
team.
of that was luck. There was a lot of luck that went into that. Of course, momentum helped, and they played fantastic at the end of the game.
Mhm.
But they had a couple breaks go their way that it's a miracle that happened.
Mhm.
You can't be relying on that stuff. Packers at 9. I'm going to keep them there for the time being.
Again, they're still a team that could lose anybody, in my opinion.
But they aren't.
They're starting to prove
I
to
know,
me a
that's
little
why
bit
I'm
now
cool with
that
them
they're
being, I'm
not
cool with
going
that
to do
spot,
that.
but they are a top team that can lose anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to have a lot of close games this
Mhm.
season.
They're a team.
They're not one to shut anybody out.
They
or
are
anything.
proving to me that they can,
Get it done.
that they won't lose those games that they should in the regular season.
They haven't.
We'll
That
see.
they're
far,
kind
yeah.
of showing me
They
that
haven't
right
so
now.
far.
They've
yeah.
lost to the Saints that first week, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like number 9. I think that's way.
Way what?
I think that's
I
way
think the
low
Packers
for
are
them.
way better.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's fair enough. I mean,
They. Yeah.
I know things are going to get juicy pretty soon. Do you like the Packers better than the Cowboys, DJ?
Right now, yeah.
You like the Packers better than the Cowboys?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't. I like the Cowboys quite a
Yeah,
bit.
I like the Cowboys just because their defense is actually pretty good, which
They're
is really surprising me.
Diggs is going off their cornerback, leading the league. He has over an interception a game.
Zeke
which is
is
awesome.
gaining confidence back. He's doing pretty good.
Zeke
again.
looks like the Zeke of 4 years ago to me right now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I do like the Cowboys right now.
And I think everybody's rallying around Dak Prescott coming back,
Mhm.
and it's really helping out. And the Cowboys are a team, again, they can lose to anybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel that way. And they haven't done it yet, and they've been impressive. And what they did to the Giants was impressive. I was glad to see that because
Yeah.
I thought that game was going to be close.
I like this. At number 7, you have the Chiefs. They went down
At 7,
3.
I have the Chiefs. They moved down 3. I told you they're still going to be in my top 10 because I'm not overreacting to the Chiefs still.
At what point are you worried?
See who they verse. I mean, it really depends who they verse.
They play
Who do we got this week in week 6?
Washington.
Washington.
That's-
I would be worried.
If they lost.
they lost.
Actually, I mean,
Yeah.
like, genuinely, would I really be worried, though, if they lost?
If they lost to Washington, I'd be
Yeah.
a little worried.
Yeah.
How worried, though? How far would you drop them?
That's why I want to know. Yeah, I want to know like where you're
'Cause
like.
I gotta
okay,
I mean,
Remember
it
the
wouldn't be a
dump?
deep dive, but man, if they lose to Washington,
If
come on,
they
you gotta
lost-
take these losses into consideration at some point.
Yeah.
I am.
Because I'm with you, I'm still good on the Chiefs
am.
too. But if they lose to Washington, you can't be like, oh,
You have to remember that I
scared
didn't
for a
expect
second.
them to be a super dominant team in the regular season. Same
but
with
they
the
gotta win
Buccaneers.
those type of games against Washington.
If they lost to Washington, depending on how bad it was, I can't imagine them dropping lower than the 11 spot. For me.
Okay, let's say Washington.
Unless if the Titans had a blowout game, unless if who are the Steelers version?
Seahawks.
If the Steelers had a blowout game, because you already know if the Steelers versus the Chiefs, you're not picking the Steelers to win, are you? No way.
If they lose
way.
if they lose to Washington though, maybe.
No, I would never pick the Steelers to beat the Chiefs right now.
Never.
No way.
Never.
No way.
No.
I couldn't. I could not put the Bengals over the Chiefs.
If the Ravens and the Chiefs played, who would you guys pick?
I'd pick the Chiefs.
Well, the Ravens
pick the
already beat the
Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Easily. Yeah, all right. We'll play again.
I guess I did say earlier I think I would pick the Chiefs over the Ravens when they played again, but
that's the thing about the NFL. Any team can beat any team. It genuinely can happen, and it does happen all the time.
I think this is actually one of the better seasons overall we've seen in a while.
We've had some
There's
really
so
good. Last week was great. The week before that was
yesterday
great.
set a record for most overtime games within the first
There's a ton.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about.
I thought I heard 19. I don't think that's
Nah,
true.
it
It might
can't
be
be
15,
9.
I think it was, or something
I don't know
like
what
that.
it is.
It was
It's
crazy.
a record though. It's been awesome. It really
It's been a good week.
The 1 o'clock
good
games
year.
have been money, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I mean all the games really. So so Cowboys there, Chiefs at 7. Like I said, man.
Oh man, Chargers beat the Browns.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
Chargers beat the Browns.
Chargers
dude.
beat the Browns.
Browns are a better team than the Chargers.
Oh
But
come on, dude.
They
I'm getting pretty
barely-
high on the Chargers right now, though, man.
Okay, and as am I because
They
the
beat the
Chargers were as
Browns.
low as 17 for me.
I
at the
know.
beginning of the season with that loss that they had.
Chargers beat the Browns.
Chargers beat the
But
Browns,
they didn't just. That game could have went either way.
but it didn't.
But it didn't.
I understand that. The Browns are still a better team.
But are
Dude,
you thinking
I don't
they're starting to fall
know.
apart?
I actually don't know.
The
Dude,
Browns are falling apart.
Do you think they're starting to they're losing Landry? Then Baker had that
no,
shoulder thing.
I wouldn't say that. I just think Chargers weapons though. They got Williams, who was having a breakout year. They still got Keenan Allen. Eckler's having a heck of a
Eckler's
year.
going crazy.
Their
Fair
defense
enough.
is pretty dang good.
And Herbert's almost looking like an MVP.
I'm looking at Browns' offense. Like, okay, yeah, they got clearly Chubb. Like, their run game is clearly what's making them an offensive powerhouse. But, man, the Chargers got weapons, too,
The
though.
only reason why I would say that as of right now, the Browns should still be over the Chargers is because they did have all of those injuries, but yet they still went down to the last play.
Yeah, dude,
Because Baker, I don't know how bad Baker's shoulder was playing that game.
I don't know.
Looked,
You don't know, but yeah.
Chargers scored 26 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
89 combined points.
Browns
I
have a
like the
good
Chargers.
defense. That game turned out to be a shootout between both of them, which is crazy. Dude, I like you got to have the Chargers above them.
I would have had the Chargers if they beat them more definitively. The fact I have moved them up, it's +4 because I mean, I don't know where I had the Chargers last week because I didn't do a list or whatever. But
They also beat the Chiefs too.
Mhm.
I don't know if you said the Chiefs and
Those
the
are
Browns
big
were to play.
games, back-to-back wins like that.
If the Chiefs and Browns play, who are you picking?
if the Chiefs and Browns play
Yeah.
again, I'm picking the Browns.
Oh man, the fact that they beat the Browns and the Chiefs just puts me above them.
Wait, did the Chiefs and Browns verse each other?
Yeah.
The Chiefs won, right?
I think that was one of their wins, right?
It was the first week.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, that's right. They did play. Yeah, I mean, I'm picking the Browns because I still like the Browns, and I'm huge on the Browns.
I like the Browns,
still.
too. I just like the Chargers.
The
a little more.
Browns. This is another thing. I expected the Browns to get mollywopped in this game.
Why?
Yeah, I know.
My lock of the week was the Chargers minus
I knew-
2.5. I did not think the game was going to be close by any means.
I knew you were crazy for that. I was like, man.
Hey, lock of the week.
Shut up.
paid
Don't
off.
take
You
credit.
boys are
Don't take
welcome
credit
because
for
it still
that.
hit. It still hit.
Yeah,
Here's
whatever.
another thing, though. You can't base your rankings on your expectations, though. Like,
Well, if
can't be
you're
like,
high on
the
a team,
Browns-
you expect them to win.
the Browns didn't get blown out, so I'll keep them above.
I thought they were going to get blown out, and I thought I was going to have to drop them more because of Jarvis Landry being out. I thought their offense would be stagnant, which it ended up not being.
The only reason why I would say I'm okay with this is because of the injuries and because if they would play again next week, it would go either way for me again. I would still be like, the Browns definitely have a chance. The Chargers definitely have a chance. Like, I wouldn't know who to really pick.
I mean, you're right, yeah, but the Chargers more.
I would love.
That's a fair play.
I like
That's a
the
fair play.
Chargers.
They're 1A, 1B for me.
As of right now, I'm kind of rooting for them to go to the Super Bowl this year. I like them.
I like
so,
I like the Chargers a lot.
All right,
We'll see.
we talked Browns, we talked Chargers.
Rams.
-1. They're just showing to be a little bit more human than maybe we expected them to
Yeah.
be after the first few weeks.
They still won.
I still think they're a powerhouse, though.
Mhm. They're definitely.
I still like the Rams a lot. I know they have kind of maybe decreased a little bit, but they'll be aight. They'll be aight.
It's
a good spot for them right now.
Yep.
They'll be aight.
Yep.
I don't know. Like I said, I like them still. I think they're still an amazing team. I think from 6 up, those are a different breed of teams right now. But it's just I've seen the Rams as like the superhero, the superpower team, and just these past 2 weeks kind of been like, oh, maybe they're just had a hot start. I don't know.
I like number 4 for them.
Like I feel like right now I would kind of like the Browns and the Chargers over the Rams.
I wouldn't jump to that yet. It could
That
get
crossed
to
my
that.
mind.
Rankings.
No.
I'm saying if they faced off
yeah.
next week, I think I would pick the Browns or the Chargers.
That's fair.
That
That's
did
fair.
briefly cross my mind. I could not do it.
Yeah, it's
I could
fair.
not
That's
get
a
down
fair
with
point.
that.
But yeah,
Bucks jumped the Rams. They looked really good.
Yeah.
Did they play Miami?
Okay, whatever. They had
They
that
blew out
emotional game
Miami,
versus
yeah.
the Patriots. It was rainy. It was whatever. They didn't look great, but they're still going to be a really good team.
Yeah.
And they'll get their fair share of losses this year. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
At least I believe they will.
I'm very confused here with the last 2 teams. I agree
How
with where
so?
they're at,
I'm
but
not.
how did the Cardinals not move down, but yet the Bills went +1?
Because I always had the Bills.
Cardinal-
Okay.
Cardinals won, right?
They did.
Okay. This is where it got confusing because I didn't do my list last week.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why I
So
wanna-
that's my
I
bad.
understand.
I wanted to show that I don't know. Don't just disregard that +1 there. I had the Bills already above the Cardinals last week, even though the Cardinals are like undefeated and whatnot.
I'm cool with the Bills being one
And-
now
I
after
agree.
that win.
And I still have the Bills there. That's pretty much how that went. And you had the Bills above the Cardinals last week, didn't you?
Right. And this is one that I go back and forth because like the Cardinals are the only undefeated team left, but then again the Bills did kind of beat the Chiefs pretty bad. They beat them pretty bad, but then I'm like, if the Cardinals and Bills play, I can't pick a team. I can't pick a team to confidently win that one.
Really?
Not confidently, and that's why they're 1-2.
Right now in that situation, I
expect-
think I would lean towards the Bills. I
I
kind of
think
like the Bills.
I think
more
I'm
for
leaning
that
towards the
game.
Cardinals.
Really?
Just the way.
Which is fine to think that way. I
Cardinals
mean,
have
if
a
it's
really
a
good
1
defense.
if it's a
lot
team
better
1
than
and
the
team
Chiefs.
2,
It is
either
tough.
team
It's-
could beat
yeah.
anybody. You know, that's just how
like
it is,
if-
which is fine.
They can't play each other in the Super Bowl, right? They're in the same thing.
No,
Yeah,
they
they
can
can.
play.
Oh, they can't. And
Yeah.
that's a Super Bowl right there where I literally can't pick a side.
Right.
I
If they
would-
verse each
I
other
would
in the
go
regular
Super Bowl.
season, that could come down to something as simple as home
Super
field
Bowl would be
advantage.
interesting to you because they're like such young teams.
Right?
Right. This is a matchup everybody would love.
That
to
would
see.
be
Yeah.
so.
I want
be
some
such a
high
good-
offensive Super Bowl plays
Right.
this year.
That would
That's
be
what I want.
amazing. And then 50 Cent. Sorry. What?
Snoop
Dogg.
Eminem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my power rankings for week number 6. Let me know what you guys think. I'll make sure to bring it back next week without missing a week. That was on me. That's my bad. By the way, real quick, we're going to do an inbox island. If you want to give any questions for any NFL teams, put it down in the comments below. Hashtag inbox island so we could spot that and put it in a video. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you drop a like. That will be awesome as well. And we'll see you all very soon with another video.
Peace.